Hi, my name is Iannielli, and I am a male to female transgender woman, and I am a blogger, uh, which means I write. I've been writing now for several years. Uh, Actually, it's been 6 years now since my father sadly committed suicide. That was the beginning of my starting in writing, trying to cope and deal with that tragedy. I also have an autistic son, and the very basis for my blog was to emphasize what it's like raising a child on the autistic spectrum. I'm not a published writer. I don't have any articles that have been recognized in magazines. My writing is purely for my benefit. Certainly I would love to have more recognition, but that's not the goal of my writing. I write to express myself and to share my feelings and thoughts, and if someone happens to come across my writing or my blog and they feel the urge to read it or to learn from what I share, then I find that is good and I encourage it. But I'm not a writer by any means. I just write for healing, but I haven't written in quite some time. I have to create, and I have to have the desire to put together my ideas and envision a way to express it. I also have a desire to write and express my thoughts and ideas and feelings in a spoken word format. I always enjoyed music. I am a fan of all kinds of music, all genres. And deep down inside, I always wanted to be in that field, creating and collaborating with others, and just sharing thoughts, ideas that could lend itself to musical themed contributions. Like I said, I'm not a writer, and I'm certainly not a musician, but I do have an artist page that I created on a music website where they actually rate or rank musicians and music artists, and I happen to be ranked on that page and recognized. My only contributions actually are my writings, and obviously I have a YouTube channel where I do videos. I actually like to dance and I love music, so I was pairing that love of music with dance to videos that showcase songs that I grew up with, songs that I love, but unfortunately I have to tone it down with regard to making those sorts of videos, because I've been flagged on YouTube for possible copyright infringement, and I don't want to be labeled with that. So I'm trying my best to learn all there is to know about copyright laws and creating material for my YouTube channel. I admit it's a blow to my expression of music and art, because I used that as a forum for that kind of expression, and now I feel that taking that away will certainly impact on my channel and the direction that I'm going into. So I'm kind of on uncharted territory, and I really need to try to figure out what direction I want my channel to go in. Certainly I am maintaining my channel, and I will continue to be active with that channel, but I have to really reconsider the way I create and showcase my love of music and dance. I also am very much interested in the concept of having a band. I do have a one-act band, and I purely work out of my house. I don't do any touring. I don't have any gigs. I just play my love of music, and the name of the band, even though it's really a solo act and it's not even real in the sense of touring and being involved with other music people, the name I use is T-Girl Angel. I'm based here locally, Levittown, New York. I write, so I am a contributor in what I learn and what I say through writing. I guess you would say I'm a spoken word artist, alternative, and I speak a lot from what I feel. A lot of my messages come from personal experience and what I have gone through emotionally. I lost my parents both to illness. My mom died many years ago, over 25, and she struggled with severe depression, and I witnessed it. I was visiting with her when she was very sick in the hospital, my whole family, my dad and my two sisters. She struggled with paranoia, schizophrenia, and she died very young in my eyes. She was 49 going on 50. She died 25 years ago approximately. And my dad about 6 years ago to suicide. And like I said before, that's what got me involved in writing, to deal with that tragedy. And I find that writing helps me, gives me a purpose. I also am transgender. I've been struggling with transgender feelings all my life. I've been battling with gender dysphoria up until today, every day. It's a lifelong struggle. I knew I was different at age 3, and I hid it rather well. I covered up. But I don't hide it anymore. I live full time as a woman, because that's how I identify. I was born a male, but I identify as a female. I've been in the hospital multiple times. This obviously is a hospital band. I can't tell you how many times I wound up in the hospital for emergency calls. I've been struggling financially. I've lost my job when I came out as transgender. And I have good credentials. I have a background as a mechanical engineer, and I also am a licensed CPA, New York State. I currently have to renew my license, but I have to find a way to address all my financial matters, and that's one of the many financial matters that I need to address. I like music. It helps me. It's a release. I don't know how far I will progress in the ranks with Reverb Nation. It is quite a surprise that I am ranked right now. I didn't think it was possible that what I am interested in and what I create would be recognized. So I am quite honored that I am ranked nationally, globally, and locally. To my surprise, I'm ranked number 1 right now locally, within, I guess, the Levittown area. And there seem to be quite a few artists within this area that are on Reverb Nation, so I am quite honored, and I don't expect to be at the top for a long time, but I will try my best to be unique in my material. I do plan to learn some music instrumentation. I like the notion of playing piano keyboards. Probably will venture into a keyboard. And I also am into apps. One of my favorite apps is GarageBand, where I create some of my music, and actually that's how I do my sound recordings, through GarageBand. I'm not a singer, although I would love to venture into singing. I want to have my voice to become more feminine, and I would love to sing. I would love to write my own lyrics and music for my singing. I do read from some of my blog entries as some of my contributions to my Reverb Nation page. I actually did an entry yesterday called Writing that is a complete reading of one of my blog entries on my hub pages. I have many blog sites that I write on, but I haven't been active much lately. But I plan to become more involved, and writing is something that I enjoy. I've been using one page or pages on my iPhone to create